What's going on, guys? What's going on? GZTV back with another video. Mic check. Trippie Redd dropped his album, but we're not going to be posting a video till tomorrow. We'll probably do a two-part thing. It's a 25-song record. I mean, depending on how lengthy the album is, we'll check that for you guys real quick for all the Trippie Redd fans. We're going to check it out. Let me see if my phone will charge. Okay, good. We need this. Mansion Music. So Mansion Music, it's an hour 16 minutes long. Usually if an album's an hour plus, we're probably just going to listen to it in two parts. Kendrick was an exception, but that's besides the point. Let's get to the basketball games. We have five to talk about. I'm just going to start off by talking about the Celtics because you guys know this by now. They're my favorite team. Shout out to JT over here for helping them get a tough victory against the finals rematch, of course. It was a really good game. I didn't expect it to be a super good game. I did, but I didn't realize it was going to go to OT. But Celtics beat the Warriors in overtime. They win the NBA Finals rematch by 3. Al Horford's 7-year-old Ian and Jason Tatum's son Deuce were at the game, so they were in the front row of the post-game news conference. We're in a half from last season's NBA Finals. He's bringing up the receipts. They were able to get a win against an okay Golden State team. I'm not super proud of them for winning this. It's not like it was a tough team to beat. They're just okay right now. The Warriors are okay. Obviously, Uncle Draymond and Deuce after the game, that was a funny moment. But nonetheless, the Warriors just played a really good game. They're still not a good team at all, I don't think, but they just played some really good basketball. I mean, 20 points for Wiggins. You had a 29 performance for Seth Curry. I think he shot, I want to say 33% from 3. You get 24 out of Clay, 50% overall, and you get 24 out of Jordan Poole. So they all played really well. Kevon Looney, was an interesting thing to see him come off the bench, and I appreciate his reboundings, but him and Anthony Lamb need to give this team a little bit of a lift off coming off the bench. So, I mean, great rebounding for Looney. He is one of the best rebounders on the team, up there with Draymond, which I guess isn't saying much because they only have 2 true front court players, which, I mean, I guess Anthony Lamb can count, but I don't know. Those two guys just kind of need to step it up. But looking at the Celtics, I mean, 34 points, 19 rebounds for Jason Tatum. Al Horford played a phenomenal 20 points, 10 rebounds. He shot 40% from three-point range. 14 points and 11 rebounds from Robert Williams. 75% from the field. Celtics just played great. I mean, they didn't play great. There were definitely some weird performances, but yeah, that's going to do it. We're going to move on to the Bulls and Pistons. We have the Paris game here. Zach LaVine scores 30. The Bulls beat the Pistons by 18 in Paris. The Bulls are picking up much-needed wins. Victor Wembanyama was sitting courtside, the 19-year-old French phenom, the presumed number 1 NBA draft pick, watching some of the players he'll probably go against next year, so that was kind of interesting to see him at the game. Obviously, they were in France. We see the NBA try to expand globally all the time. They've had games in Canada, Japan, it's a good thing. Obviously, they're trying to expand the game. So, looking at the Bulls, though, 26 points for DeRozan. Don't forget, he shot 50% from the field. I mean, you get 16 points and 15 rebounds out of Nikola Vucevic. And obviously, the 30-piece for LaVine, 33% from 3, 50% from the field. So, yeah, Bulls played a pretty good basketball game. Looking at the Pistons, I mean, 25 for Bogdanovich off of 33% three-point shooting. He's kind of really been their guy. I mean, they have Jalen Duren. I think his name is Jalen, right? Jalen Duren off the bench, 11 points, 12 rebounds, didn't miss a single shot. But, I mean, Killian Hayes definitely needs to pick it up for this squad. We need someone else on this team that can go for 20 to 25. We need someone to pair Bogdanovich with. Sadiq Bey can do it at times. Jaden Ivey's maybe done it a couple of times in his career, but I don't know. Obviously, they're a tank team. They might even possibly get Wembanyama. They're like 2 games away in the sweepstakes. So, yeah, the Wembanyama sweepstakes. But, yeah, cool little Paris game. Not a good game, but there were some pretty good games on tonight. I mean, I would say there's probably about 3 of the games that were good. I mean, Raptors-Timberwolves was a good game here. D'Angelo Russell scores 16 points in the fourth. The Wolves beat the Raptors by 2. Great fourth quarter scoring for D'Angelo Russell, and obviously just a good scoring night in general for him. Anthony Edwards scoring the rock as well. That's a normal thing. He's always just been that guy for them. They rallied. They were able to win in a close game. ESPN didn't really post any highlights or whatnot, so usually I would talk about the highlights, but I think this is going to be a quick video. Looking at the box score, 29 points for Scotty Barnes, didn't miss a single three, 25 points and 10 assists for Fred VanVleet off of 67% three-point shooting. They obviously lost. Maybe if they got an extra boost from guys like Juan Hernangomez coming off the bench, they would have done a little better, but still not a terrible game for this team, I wouldn't say. Looking at the Timberwolves, 20 points, 10 rebounds for Kyle Anderson. He is playing great. Didn't miss a single three-pointer all night. He's playing great. Kyle Anderson is very underrated. He's had some really good games recently, and although this Timberwolves team isn't good, and granted they don't have two of their best big men. I mean, Kyle Anderson is looking like a guy they could keep for a while. 25 points for D'Lo. He shot 50% from three. You get a 23-point performance for Anthony Edwards, and that about wraps that up. Moving on to the Nets and the Suns. Did they get highlights for 76ers? No, they didn't. ESPN is slacking. They don't have any of the highlights up. We're just going to get into Nets and Suns here. Not going to be a long video. So, Mikal Bridges scores 28 points. The Suns beat the Nets to snap a skid. These were two, teams that started the season good, possibly contenders, when Devin Booker and stuff comes back. These wins are good for the Suns because obviously, the Nets still have Kyrie and they're 27-17. You have currently a terrible Phoenix Suns team. 21-24 coming into this game. They win here. Maybe if they go on a streak, maybe if Mikal Bridges starts playing amazing like he did tonight, yeah. Good scoring from both Mikal Bridges and DeAndre Ayton, and the board man gets paid. DeAndre Ayton, 14 rebounds. They were able to hold off the Nets. The Nets almost rallied. They won by 5, so there you have it. Looking at the Nets, great game for Nicholas Claxton. 20 points, 11 rebounds. He has a very weird free throw form, and that might have cost him to lose the game, but he still was able to shoot 20 or 75% from the field, while Kyrie Irving puts up 30. What's his name? Is it Marcus or Markeith? They have Markeith. Markeith Morris, Daron Sharp, guys like that coming off the bench. Give him an extra boost. That would be nice. But, yeah, the Suns just played really well. 28 points for Bridges, Mikal Bridges. He put up 40% three-point percentage and 24 points, 14 rebounds for DeAndre Ayton, shooting 55% from the field. We have one more game to talk about. Let's just get straight into it. I don't want to waste any more time. 76ers and Blazers, not a great game, obviously. Joel Embiid has 32. The 76ers beat the Blazers by 10 for their fourth straight win. So the Sixers are looking pretty hot right now. On a win streak, obviously led by Joel Embiid, playing consistently well. Great scoring. Every single game they've had on this win streak has been on the road, so that's another thing you can kind of credit them with. There you go. They beat the Blazers, which the Blazers aren't necessarily a good team, but they're not shit. They're not in like the Wembyama sweepstakes, Embiid had 32 off of 33% three-point shooting. James Harden had a triple-double, the 16-point, 14 assist, 10 rebound performance. Great job there for James Harden, just kind of doing everything for this squad, being the leading rebounder and passer and the second highest scorer on the team. That's great stuff. Looking at the Trailblazers, 24 points for Jeremy Grant off of 33% three-point shooting. Damian Lillard, 25 points, 11 assists. It doesn't matter what he's going to do. They've been losing a lot of games recently, so... Yeah, Yusuf Nurkic, I love the rebounding out of him, but we need stuff from him. We need Jabari Walker. We need Shaedon Sharp. All those guys to kind of band together and help this team win some basketball games. He can rebound like a mother, but he missed every single three he took, and he only shot 20% from the field. So that obviously doesn't help anything. I'm out, guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you have been enjoying the videos. I try to upload every night, which I do. I don't really have struggles doing that. We're going to try to get part 1 of the Trippie Red. We'll probably do like 13 tracks tomorrow. I'll put it in like a separate file. Then we'll listen to the next 12. I'll put it in a different file, and then I'll just post them. Post one tomorrow, post the other the next day. It's just such a big album, so I'm really excited for that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for that. We also have Dexter to talk about. And there's obviously a fuck ton of NBA basketball on tomorrow night as well, I believe. The Celtics play tomorrow? No, they don't. There's a lot of basketball games. I'm looking forward to Grizzlies, Lakers. That's going to be a good one. Thunder, Kings. That's actually going to be a good game. Nets, Jazz won't be bad. Pacers, Nuggets, not a terrible game to tune into either. Heat, Mavs should be a good one. Same with Warriors, Cavs. Knicks, Hawks is always entertaining. So yeah, a decent amount